I'm going to start off over a bolster, lying back over a bolster. So if you have one, you can join me in this. But if you don't have a bolster, don't worry about it. You can lie on the floor. You can bring your feet together and your knees apart. In Baddha konasana, you could use some cushions to support the legs like I'm going to do here. So if you have a bolster, you sit on the ground in front of it, bring it right up against your hips, little cushion for under the head. Bring in a cushion or two or a blanket to wrap around your feet and tuck under your ankles. We'll bring our feet together, our knees apart. Baddha konasana. So I'm using these cushions now to give a bit of support to the legs. When you lie back, make sure the bolster snuggles right into the waist and then adjust that one under your head. Now you might even go for a fourth and a fifth cushion here for your hands. Absolutely. Maybe even a blanket over you or an eye pillow on. I'm just going to spend a couple of minutes here connecting to the breath. So this one gives a little space to the chest, releases the shoulders back, make sure that feels okay for your shoulders and prop the arms a bit more if you need to. Let the eyes close. Drop your body into whatever is supporting it now. Let go of the, sorry, I'm waking up, my throat is waking up. Let go of any of the tension in the face. And bring the focus to the breath in the belly. I'm going to spend a few breaths here, just encouraging the exhalation to take a little longer. And feel the belly fold down into the body as you breathe out. Let it rise as you breathe in. So emphasis on the belly and lengthening the exhalation. As you find this new rhythm, this slower breath will start to expand, letting it open into the ribs, eventually into the chest as well. So filling the lungs from the bottom, you breathe into the belly, expand into the ribs, and then a little bit in the chest. And when you breathe out, see if you can empty it from the belly first, and then the ribs, then the chest. So we're going to stay with this for 2 more rounds of breath. Take your time, go as slow as you like. At the end of your breath, we'll bring our knees up, stretch the legs out long. And then on an inhale, let the arms reach overhead. Tune into the shoulders, make sure they feel okay about this. Lengthen all the way to the hands, to the feet. And then we'll roll our way up. Bring the hands up, bring the head up. All the way up to sit. Breathe in, bring the arms up to the sky. Breathe out, a gentle forward bend. Now you can bend your knees if you like. Ease on over the legs. Just easing out the lower back a little bit here. Drop the head. Take a breath. Long breath out. Dropping the head right in. We're going to breathe in now, come up. And we'll come back to Baddha konasana, not supta. Supta means lying down. Baddha konasana, we're just sitting. So feet together, knees apart. You can hold the feet or ankles, shins, or bring the hands behind you, but bring a little length to your spine. Breathe in. Easing out the hips, we'll breathe out and just bow forwards a little bit, even just kind of tilting off the vertical, that'll do. Take another breath. Long breath out, easing into the hips. Now keep a hold of the ankles or the toes. Lean a little bit to the right. And then put the left hand against the left knee, just easing that leg away from you. So you're leaning away just a little bit off to the right. Left hand on the leg, giving a little push. So really, what's happening is a bit of a stretch down the side of your back, the lower half of the back. We'll take it to the center and then over to the other side. So leaning a little to the left. I'm holding my toes. Maybe you're holding your ankles, your hand to the ground outside, but right hand to your inner right knee. And you're leaning a little bit away from that. No pressure in your knees now. So it's not like a big push. Take another breath. We'll bring it on back to the middle. Now, extend out your left leg straight and bring your right foot over the leg like that. Wrap your left arm around it. Bring your right fingertips to the ground behind you, or maybe to a block if that feels better, or your bolster if it's still there. Breathe in, lift tall through your spine. Now breathe out, wind through the upper body, turning the head to look over the right shoulder. So a little bit today, we're focusing on kind of the upper back, the chest, and that area around the heart center. Let's take another breath. Just easing out anything we're holding there in the upper back, right into the neck. Bring it on back to the center. Change legs. Right leg out, left leg across and over. If that's too much, you can always keep your foot on the inside of the leg, but this is quite nice, isn't it, for the bum? Right arm around. Oh, it's amazing what you discover is going on in your body when you do a little bit of this twisting and folding. This is what I love about the daily practice, that becoming aware of what's sitting in the body and we didn't even notice. And this gives us a chance now to ease out some of that tension before it becomes a big deal. Another breath. Unwind, we'll come to the center. Okay, stretch out the legs. Let's head on over to our hands and knees. So if, like me, you have a whole load of cushions and things on your mat, let's get them off. If you've got a couple of yoga blocks, bring them near the top of your mat, because we're going to use them and potentially our belt as well in a little bit. Once you're ready to go ahead onto your hands and knees, and we'll just start to move through our cat and cow for a moment. Hands firm, fingers spread. Breathe in, lift the tailbone, lift the head, little wag of the tail. Breathe out and round your back. Tailbone curling in, engage your pelvic floor. Mula Bandha, drop the head. Breathe in, we'll open up again. And one more time, rounding in. See about lifting into that space between your shoulder blades. Release and breathe in, opening the right arm out to the side, maybe up towards the sky a little bit. Then bring it in and under for a kneeling twist. So palm facing up, slide your arm through, come down to your shoulder and head if you can. Now you decide with that left arm. Do you want to bring it up to the sky or extend it out ahead of you, or keep it right there in front of your hand, in front of your face? Take another breath. Lean into the right ribs. On the inhale now, bring yourself back up from there, opening the right arm out to the side. Unwind the upper body, keep the hips where they are. And then bring it down, exhale. Left hand now is going to open out. Inhale. So you want to stabilize through your hips. Open across the chest. And bring the arm in and under. And let's see what's going on this side. Take one more breath. Just see about easing some of the weight into the left ribs. Good. Bring it out of there as you breathe in.
Gently unwinding again to the left. Stable through the hips and legs. Open through the chest.
Bring it on in and down. Bring the hand ahead of you. Both hands out a little further. We'll crawl back. Breathe in. Breathe out. Anahatasana. Bowing. Heart towards the earth. Come forwards on the forearms. Keep it low on the knees if you like, or lifting the knees, forearm plank. Breathe out, extend back through the heels. Legs come down, we'll come to our upward puppy. Breathe in. Breathing out, bring your head down to the floor and extend your right arm straight out ahead of you. Bend your left leg, hold your foot. Breathe in, push the foot into the hand, the arm is straight. You might lift the head, you might lift the chest, maybe even lifting the leg. Breathe out, let it go. Left hand down, head down, right arm back. Holding your foot, breathe in. Push the foot into the hand, let that lift the chest and head if it feels good, but you don't have to. Breathe out, let it go. Bring the hands back between your or under your shoulders. Breathe in, cobra, legs active, shoulders back. Breathe out, push the floor away, lift the tummy, pause, kneeling plank. Breathe in. Breathe out, tuck your toes, lift your knees, downward dog. Take a breath here. Long breath out. Walk your feet forwards a little bit, your hands back to meet your legs. Breathe in, hands to the shins, lengthen. Breathe out, drop on in, forward fold, bend the knees. Lying your head, we're going to stay. Take a breath here, in through the nose. Drop the shoulders, drop the head, breathing out through the nose or mouth. Let's uncurl slowly. Bend the knees, breathe in. Come up some of the way. Hang out here, raising one shoulder, dropping the other. Keep going. That flossing of the spine, the shoulders kind of rising and falling one at a time. Keep going, unwinding your way upwards. If there's areas along the path where it feels like, oh, that's where I'm holding it, stay there. Take your time. We'll get to the top. When we do, we'll take the arms up. A little stretch up to the sky. Breathe out, let the hands come wide and down behind. Interlace your fingers. Take a breath in, just draw your hands back. We might pull the heels of the hands together. Draw the shoulders back. Loosen that grip now, bend the knees, fold in. You can always keep your hands against your sacrum if you like, or does it feel good to bring the hands up off the back? Breathing here. Let the eyes close. Go into the sensations. We'll drop our hands down to the shins now. Breathe in. Lengthen. Lifting from the pit of the belly through the heart to the head. Walk it on out. Downward dog. Keeping the lower belly lifted up and in. Feet come together. We'll breathe in. We'll lift the right leg. So go up on your toes. Give yourself height. Now bring that foot through between your hands. If you want to cushion under your knee here, we're going to bring that knee down. Shift the foot forwards a bit more if you like. Grab your couple of blocks. If you don't have blocks, doesn't matter. Fingertips on the floor. But if you have them, turn them sideways. Let's breathe in. Curl the back toes under and lift that back knee, coming up with the hips up and back, head in. Then breathing out, we're going to lengthen into a lunge. So knee bends, back heel reaches back, heart and head forwards. Let's do that again. 2 more. Inhale, gathering in. You can have those blocks as high as you like, or fingertips on the earth. Exhale, feel the forward and back extension into the lunge, easing into the hips. 1 more. Inhale, gathering up high, straightening the front leg if you can.
Then bending it deeply. Hips bowing down, lift the back leg high. Now let the back knee come down. We'll bring our hands to the front leg, come back. Left hand to the sky, reach it up, bend it behind your head. And now the right hand behind you. You can bring the back of your hand to your back. Okay, you could stay right there. If the hands will meet, you can go for it, or I'm going to grab my belt and drop it down from the top hand to the bottom hand. So it's the gomukasana arms, our favorite. Always settle. So you can see a cushion under the knee might be nice here. But if this feels too intense, as you breathe in, pull up and back a bit. And as you breathe out, ease on in a little deeper. Just going to take one more breath. Inhale. Now exhale, releasing the hands. Leave the belt. We'll use it on the other side maybe. Hands to the blocks. Breathe in. Lift up that back knee again. Lift the hips high again. Stay high. Breathe out and bow over the front leg. So I'm on the ball of the foot. If you prefer to put the foot flat, the heel down, you could do that too. Okay. Breathe in, be here. Parsvottonasana. Breathing out. Let's bend the front knee. Let's go to the ball of the foot if we're not there already. Breathe out, go into that lunge. Now, you can either use the blocks or hands on the floor for this connecting vinyasa. We'll go back to plank. Inhale. I'm going to stay with my blocks. Exhale, chaturanga. Knees on the earth if you like, or just hover. And now rising in upward dog. So if you've got the blocks, you're on the front of your feet in the blocks. And then lift up and back, downward dog. Love that because it brings a little bit of the opening down into the hip flexors, feet together. I'm staying with my blocks. Bring the left leg up, inhale. This is nice for the step through. As we exhale, you have a bit more space. Bring the foot through between the blocks. Back knee comes down. And shuffle the foot forwards. Make sure it's right there. Okay. Now inhale. Lifting the back knee, lifting the hips, bowing the head. And then breathing out, just bending the front knee. Keep the back leg lifted and long. 2 more. Inhale, easing, hips up and back. Exhale, deepening. 1 more. Inhale. Good. Coiling in, lovely. Exhale, lengthen. I'm going to bring that back knee down now. Bring the hands to the front leg, breathing in. Breathe out. Right hand to the sky, breathe in. And back behind your head, breathing out. Good. Now left arm can come around behind, back of the hand against the back. Maybe the hands meet on this side, or else we'll grab that belt again. So breathing in, you might draw the body back a little bit. And then breathing out, ease in. So you don't want to pinch your lower back. This is really about the hip flexors that stretch through the front of the hip. 1 last breath. Let it go at the end of the breath. Leave the belt down, hands to the blocks. We'll breathe in and pull that back knee up. Pull the hips up and back. And now breathe out and bow over the leg. So we're keeping the leg as straight as we can. Take a breath right now. I'm on the ball of my foot, but I quite liked on the other side going onto the heel. So hop the foot out and down a bit if you want to bring the heel to the earth. And take 1 more breath. Parsvottonasana, also called intense stretch or pyramid stretch. Breathing out. You choose what it feels like. This side is intense. Good though. Let's bend the knee and go onto the ball of the back foot. Breathing in, we're back into our lunge. Breathe out, settle into it. So with or without your blocks now, that's your choice. I'm going to stick with them. Okay, stepping back into plank. Breathe in. Breathe out, lower chaturanga. So if I'm doing full chaturanga here, the body isn't coming right down to the earth. It's hovering between the elbows and then rising. Now activate the legs. Reach back through your toes. Draw your heart forwards. And lift through the middle. Downward dog. Good for the toes too, that rolling back over them. Breathe here. I'm going to shift my blocks out of the way now. Hands to the earth. Downward dog. Let's go forwards to plank or to your hands and knees because we're going to head for the floor one more time. But this time we're going to come all the way down. And then bend the knees. Reach back for your ankles. O pose. Now, if you can't quite get the ankles, you could use your belt around your feet or just hover with the hands reaching towards the feet. Set up your version of bow and breathe into it. Take one more breath. Ease it on out, straighten the legs. Hands to the earth, we'll rise in cobra or again, upward dog. You choose now. Breathe in. Breathe out, lift up and back, downward dog. Take a breath. Long breath out, drop the head. Walk your feet forwards. Halfway up your mat, bring your hands to your shins, breathe in. And breathing out, we're going to hang in uttanasana. Hold your elbows, draw your elbows forwards. Drop the head into the frame of the arms. Bend in the knees is nice. Ribs just grazing your thighs. Maybe a subtle, gentle swaying here. And one last breath. And then drop. Hands to the earth. Bend the knees, breathe in, uncurl all the way up. Roll your shoulders back and down. Pause here in Tadasana. Okay, now let's get our couple of blocks. And we're going to do supported fish pose. So set them up on your mat in a T shape. You might need a cushion as well for under your head. Let's see how we go. The blocks have a little gap between them, one long down the spine, one for under the head. I'm going to come down onto the earth, sit on the ground, get the long block, the leg of the T between the shoulder blades, the upper back. Maybe you're like me and you feel that part gets really rounded and tight. I think it does for a lot of people. So this supports a release there. And then the other one's for the head, goes across the back of the head. Maybe a folded blanket or a cushion on that one. And that could make a really big difference. So if you feel in this supported fish like your head is right back, your neck is a bit unsupported, try lowering the one under the back in relation to the one under the head. So either more height under your head or less height under the back. Tilt the chin down a bit. Now arms can relax. If you want cushions under the arms, you could. Depends how your shoulders feel. Quite a big stretch. So it's restorative, but it's also kind of active. As a big stretch for the chest, for the shoulders. Let the legs relax. They just stretch on out like Savasana legs.
Breathe. Put an eye pillow on if you like. Stay with the sensations. Let go of doing. Let your body drop and be held by these supports. You get a similar but much more active effect with a thing called a yoga wheel. So if you get a lot of tension in that upper back, they can be amazing for easing that out. This is a really nice alternative and a lovely posture to do even on its own, especially at the end of a day of desk work or anything like driving, things that involve a little bit of rounding through the upper back. Notice the feeling changing. Let's take one more breath here. You could stay much longer if your body needs that. You have the time. For now, I'm going to bring a hand under the head. Support your head, lift it. The block under the back is going to help me come up. So lean into that. Now let your hands go to the floor. Push, come up. Take the blocks out. We're going to lie back down again. Roll it on out. Arms overhead now. Breathe in, get long. Feet can come closer together. Get really long from the hands to the feet. Good. Now draw both knees into the body. Bring both knees across to the left as you open the right arm out to the right. Make a right angle with your legs. Put your left hand on that top leg. Turn the head away to the right. Deep with your breath, full 3-phase breath. Come to the center as you breathe in, and then over the other way as you breathe out. See how the left arm feels. Turn the head towards the left. Go inside, deepen the breath. Feel the ribs expand, the chest open. And as you breathe out, drop in deeper. Let go all the way to the whispers of the exhale. Take one more breath. At the end of your breath, come back to the middle, drawing the knees in. A little rock on your back, and then perhaps happy baby. So now you can simply empty it all out into a simple Savasana or roll over from your happy baby to your side and up. Gather all those props again and let's support the legs this time. So if you have a bolster, set it on a couple of blocks, Dolman Shavasana, put your cushion under your head, maybe a cushion under each hand, the ones we used earlier for the legs, put them under the hands. Blanket over you, eye pillow on, snuggle in. I'll wake you up. I won't leave you here. But if you have time, like maybe you're doing this from the recording, and you have a window. Stay longer in the Savasana at the end. Now feel yourself settle and be held by the earth. Adjust anything that isn't quite symmetrical or cozy. Lengthen the back of your neck. Feel the chin tilt slightly down towards your throat and drop the weight of your head into the floor. Become aware of your face and just notice any intention you're holding in your face. See if you can feel the mask of the face slip. Drop the muscles. Feel the breath come and go through your nose. Drop the head deeper and feel the effect in the neck and shoulders. A lot of what we're holding in the neck and shoulders is due to having to hold the head. So feel the effect of really allowing your head to be held. And that the neck and shoulders then have nothing to do. They can drop. Now let the breath draw you in. So feel it come and go through your nose. Follow it down into your throat. And down into the chest. And let your awareness settle in the middle of your chest, your heart center, anahatasana chakra. This is the energetic center for love and compassion. Notice how you feel here. Perhaps there's physical sensations, perhaps emotional, or a bit of both. Let it all be without judging or analyzing any of it. Why is it? Why do I feel that way? Where did that come from? Doesn't matter. Just feel what it is. Be with what it is. Let the breath rise and fall. And nourish this part of yourself with your awareness. Notice if your mind is very active and let it quieten now. Perhaps letting go of trying so hard to focus. Allow yourself to settle into being. Let the breath come and go, let the feelings come and go. Just be. Now, if you have more time, settle into this state of being, taking as long as you need to give your body rest. If you're ready to move on with your day, feel the next breath come in and take a little longer. As you feel the breath leave, empty the back of the waist towards the earth, roll the kneecaps towards the ceiling, hold your pelvis steady, drag one leg towards you, your foot to the bolster, and then the other. And then roll on over to your side, coming up slowly as you're ready. Bring the hands together at the heart. Close the eyes once more and go inside. Notice how you feel. Bring to mind something or someone you feel grateful for in your life. Let's breathe in, stretch up to the sky. Breathe out, gather the hands together down to the third eye, the heart center, and the earth. Namaste. Thank you.